Novocaine anesthesia adenosine, and that's my favorite girl. Hey, what's up? What's happening? It's K.A. We back in this thing. K so good, he sleep with a cut up, throwing, you know, nigga on the tongue. We here to talk about Big Posted. Post Malone got a new album. It's called Austin. I didn't know Austin was his first name. I thought Austin was the name of his son. But anyways, we got the album and we here to talk about it. Now, first of all, in the interview, he said he didn't do hard drugs because he lost a lot of weight and stuff. He's not on hard drugs. He has never. You know what I'm saying? He didn't bring up the drinking and being depressed, but, you know what I'm saying? Says he's not on hard drugs. Now, Post Malone, we have followed him a lot of this time. And first of all, this is the first album that's like pop. I think like pop. What the fuck is this classified as? It's not hip hop. It's like pop rock or whatever the fuck this shit is called. But yeah. You know, because before, you know, we would get the hip hop like for, I don't know about 12 Karat Toothache. Probably hip hop. Who fucking knows? Even though it didn't really sound hip hop, if you will. But I gotta go through this. I know Stoney for sure. Beer Bongs and Bentleys for sure. What was that other shit? Yeah, thank you. So yeah. Stoney for sure. Beer Bongs and Bentleys and Hollywood's Bleeding were all in the hip hop category. You know what I'm saying? And then 12 Karat Toothache, yeah, you could say it's part of it. I didn't even know there was a Japan special edition of 12 Karat Toothache. He had the Diamond Collection where he just put all his songs that went diamond, he put them on like a little record or whatever for everybody. And we have Austin. Now that has come out, you know what I'm saying? Now, Austin. I feel like it did do was a little bit better than 12 Karat Toothache. Now, 12 Karat Toothache, even though it wasn't his best work in my opinion, I feel like the other three albums before 12 Karat Toothache were much stronger and are still stronger compared to this album. But this album is not bad. Now, the thing with this album is it all has, better or for worse, like the same bop, the same sound at some points. At some points, you would just get like hear a song and it's like super 100% similar. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to that point, it's like, well, I'm hearing this again. You know, I've been heard this. You know what I'm saying? For multiple times on the album, and you're giving them this too. So it sounds a little bit boring. You know what I'm saying? It gets a little bit boring. You hear the same repetitive beat all the time. To me, this was more of him doing like a little bit of an. Now, I wasn't saying acoustic album, but like, you know, getting more into his bag, using his voice to harmonize a little bit more. And I wouldn't say Post Malone is a person that relied on production, but even still, I would say he just wanted to showcase more of his talents and have more of a cleaner sound, if you will. This could definitely be an acoustic project. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like Austin acoustic album. I would not be fucking surprised if he does that later on. All I will say is it is a good listen. Now, you didn't hear me talk about any features. Features, no real features on here. It was all by himself, and I think that's what I miss. I would like some features. You know, I feel like every project before this one he has had some features on it. I would like some features on here, regardless if he's hip hop or he's pop rock, whatever the fuck he is, whatever genre Post Malone is. I would still say I would like to hear some features with him, you know what I'm saying, on a project. Because the thing I've realized, not even what I've realized with this album, having the same exact sound for certain songs where there's no feature is just very repetitive and very fucking boring. To the point you're just like, and don't get me wrong, the songs are good, but you're just bored. It's just nothing grabs you, nothing catches your attention. It got to the point I was listening to this and Travis Scott's album at the same time, and don't do that because Travis' production is just ridiculous. But with that being said, I'll listen to one song off Travis's, like I'll listen to the intro off Travis, I'll go listen to the intro off Post Malone, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm going to go back to the album. That was the first they came out, and I was in the gym. So, of course, I'm going to go listen to them in their entirety in one take for this fucking video. But at that time, I couldn't when I'm like, Travis is here, Post Malone's here, which I forgot about because Travis' shit was just came, and I was like, the marketing was better. I forgot Post was dropping that day. I'm like, oh, let me go check out Post. It got to the point where the Drake song and Travis's album came out. I was like, Post, I gotta pause it, man. I gotta go listen. Because these sequences is great. Now that aside, there is some hits on here, right? Just a lot of this sounds the same fucking bop all the way through, which is not bad, but it gets boring after a while. To the point is, this album is what, 17 songs, bro? A lot of these songs should not all sound the same. At this point, it's fucking boring. I will tell you my standouts though. Something real I enjoyed. I enjoyed Morning as well. Nova Candy is great. Just that beginning part I sang is great. Oh, if that nigga has like some production, like some shit off of Hollywood's Bleed, and he's saying that in the beginning, oh my god. What? Nigga would have gave me an orgasm, I tell you now. Anyways, Too Cool to Die was hard. I enjoyed Too Cool to Die. Yeah, he had some shit on here. I'm not even gonna act like he didn't have some shit on here. But for me, it was just a lot of this shit sounded the same. But my standouts, Nova Candy, Something Real, Morning, and Too Cool to Die are probably my fucking standouts on here. What else did I like? Laugh It Off was cool. It was a cool outro. It was cool. You know, the intro was cool. I didn't hate the intro. Don't understand. It was cool. But honestly, if this was the case, you should have given me a mix of that intro off your last album. I thought was fucking great. Entertainer, please don't wake me up. That shit was hot. You should have gave me some of that on her. I would have been happy if you gave me a cohesion of this and that one. I would have said, oh, this was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I still think there should have been a little bit more features. And not the same fucking sound. You could have switched up the sound a little bit more than you did on this fucking project. Now, let me go through the tracks. Number 1, Don't Understand. Number 2, Something Real. Number 3, Chemical. Number 4, Nova Candy. Track number 5, Morning. Track 6, Too Cool to Die. Track 7, Sign Me Up. Track 8, Socialite. Track 9, Overdrive. Track 10, Speedometer, whatever the fuck. Track 11, Hold My Breath. Track Hold My Breath. What's breaking, cuz? You know what I'm saying? I'm stupid as hell, don't mind me. Track 12, Enough Is Enough. Track 13, Texas Tea Time. I'm sorry. Track 14, Buyer Beware. Track 15, Landmine. Track 16, Green Thumb. And track 17, Laugh It Off. Again, not a bad Post Malone album. There's definitely some standouts. Some songs sound exactly the fucking same. At least if the subject matter changed a lot during them songs that had like the same exact sound, I would give you some more credit. But some of this shit just sounded to a T. It was exactly the same. Nothing caught me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. The features would have jazzed it up a little bit, added a little bit more difference to the point I could really get hooked onto the song. It's not a bad album. You're gonna hear a lot of shit that sounds the same, at least beat wise in my opinion. But you might enjoy it. I feel like Post was trying something with this album, so I'm not fucking mad at it. And to be fair, it doesn't sound bad at all. It was just too repetitive for me. I can't even say the music sounded bad. It was just too repetitive for me. But it's a fucking bop. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a fucking bop. Like, Nova Candy, bro, I'm telling you, that, bro, Something Real, I ain't gonna lie. I ran that back like 3-4 times when I heard that shit the first time. That shit was hard as fuck. Bro, my fucking favorite song on the project. Standout song. But see, this is the thing. As much as Post messes with me, and the last album, again, it was cool. There was a couple songs I did like. I'm not going to sit here act like it was complete trash. It wasn't even trash, but that I didn't fuck with it as the first 3, how I fuck with the first 3. But even with that being said, this album, there's some standouts on here that I do fuck with. But again, if we're comparing it to the first 3 albums, Stony, Beer Bongs, and Bentleys, and Hollywood's Bleeding, this doesn't hold a candle to them 3. I ain't gonna lie. You can say what you want about White Iverson. That shit hot as fuck. White Iverson. Yeah, you know I'm ballin' out. But that shit was hard as hell. My nigga was yodeling on that bitch. You hear me? Shit, I like that shit when him and Kelly were be on albums and they fucking sound like impossible to decipher who is who. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of shit. But hey, this ain't bad. See, also with him dropping the same day as Travis again, he put out his date way before, but he could have fell back, but probably he was just like, fuck it, I want this out. I don't know if the labels don't seem as a priority every now that this album I think is more of a pop rock type of thing. Whatever the fuck, this is not under hip hop anymore. If the label's like, well, you're not under a hip hop artist, so fuck you, who cares? It is what it is. Now, do I eventually see Post Malone coming back to hip hop? No. Do I see him working with hip hop artists? Of fucking course. That's where he fucking came from. And if he tries to either discredit or not say he is a part of hip hop or has certain ties towards hip hop, I'll be the first nigga to go punch that nigga in the face if he ever said that shit. But with that being said, he is an artist of growth. I haven't considered him hip hop since the first album to be. The first two albums, I'll say. The first two albums. After Hollywood's Bleeding and stuff like that, I'll say he went more to the rock realm, which is fine. Because he still delivered great music and he still collaborated with hip hop artists, so we weren't mad. As much rock songs we did get, you would give us a little hip hop song here and there. Like on Cooped Up, you gave us a little Cooped Up, you give us a little something if you followed posts from the White Iverson days and congratulations, that type of shit. But this is not a bad album. It's enjoyable. Just sounds a lot of the fucking same. But go check it out. Not one of my favorites. I knew the kind of vibe we were getting when he dropped Chemical and Morning, but I thought there would be a little bit more difference, at least. But yeah, a lot of this shit sounded the fucking same. But hey, with Post and how he is, he gonna give me something. I know next project, my next two projects, he gonna give me something. I'm gonna come back on here and be like, oh, Post, bro, that new you know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about Post. Post gonna give us some shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see what happens with it. Besides all that, what do you feel about the album? Did you enjoy the album? Did you fuck with it? Hey, and put me on game. Is this the new Post weekend? The next two albums gonna sound exactly like this? I will say this, Post. You could do this again. But at least try to make the song have more difference than you did on this. This wasn't it, my G. But besides all that, man, I already know what it is. Big K.A. We gone. Schleim zum P-Charles gang. Hey.